Hello guys, what's up bro? Bosan here. Long time no see. So just a little update. I'm Bro Bosan. I came from Malaysia and now I'm residing at Saudi Arabia. So today we are not going to drive our Dodge Challenger. Yeah, I'm selling on it actually. I'll be selling this beast. It has an SRT transmission and differential. Mostly stock, but we are going to drive our Corvette. Hi guys, Bro Bosan here from Saudi Arabia, and I'm actually citizenship of Malaysia actually. So I'm an expat here in Saudi Arabia, and I just got my Corvette C5 around I think 2 or 3 months ago. I'm really glad to join your community, and I'm shocked to see that a lot of the people in the Corvette community is kind of active, and they respond well, even though it's negative or positive. I don't see much groups doing that, so I'm kind of proud being in a Corvette group. So just letting you know that a part of US or the States, Corvettes in other parts of the countries are super expensive, guys. So I bought this car around for 40k or 50k plus, I forgot. I think around 50k plus total with everything. So 50k in reals is actually around what 20k or 18k in dollars. It's expensive here actually. The parts are expensive, everything is expensive because it's an import. Why actually I chose a Corvette? Because one, in Saudi Arabia, if you are buying a Corvette, you're actually there, meaning you're already rich. Not everyone can buy one. You need to really have money. I mean, people still have to work and their income is not that high. The income is still like few thousands, but we need to save money to buy these kind of cars. And in Malaysia, on the other hand, it's still the same. I mean, the average salary is around 6,000. 6,000 I think is the highest. 3,000 is the average. And the price of Corvette in Malaysia is around 1 million ringgit, guys. Compared to dollars, ringgit to dollars is around what, 3 to 400,000 dollars. So I'm really proud to have one, and I'm sad that I can't feel the way that you guys in the US or the States feel, that this car is a reliable car and easy to work on. And in the other hand, we from other part of the countries, we kind of suffer to build Corvettes. But still, we did manage to put an LS6, and we will be converting to manual soon, which costs around what, 15,000 or so. Now it's an automatic, and my next plan is to put around LS3. It will be, I think, 1 year project. And it's possible, guys. It's surely possible, because there's a lot of people here in Saudi that convert their older Corvettes to LS3. So it's no such big of a deal here. And thank you guys for letting me join your group. And please let me know in the comments like what I should do next and what I should not do. So I will show you guys how my car looks. So guys, for an update, I can't show you like the POV of me driving just now, because my mount kept falling and I don't have the seat mount. It can't be put there. So actually I was going to change the exhaust or just put a catback or something, or a remote, because the sound is pretty loud. Too loud, I mean too effing loud. I like a bit of loudness, but too loud makes it, you know, it feels slow. One of the things that, and I want to only hear that noise when I'm revving up until like a bit high RPM. Too low, I'm driving slow, like idling, just like putting my leg on the pedal just a bit, and it's like a Honda, man. It's too loud. But the thing is, because they see it's a Corvette, so they directly told me that they can't do it at all. And I've went to like 5-6 shops, normal shops, they can't do it, because I was hoping for that I can do it within few hundred. My luck was bad, I can't do it within few hundred. And aftermarket options normally cost up to 3,000 to 4,000 reals. You can convert it up to dollars or something. It's still expensive just for the remote, man. So I got to keep driving just like this until I have a remote, because if it's in Malaysia, okay, I will have no problem. I'm meaning to spend another 4,000 on just exhaust. I can do a lot of things. But in Saudi there is like special laws, special regulations that shows us that we cannot have modified exhaust, or the car will be compounded, man. Just compounded for exhaust, what the hell? Or I'll be like taking 1,000 reals fine every time. So I got to do this, and I have to turn off the engine because I can't talk if the engine is on. You heard the idle and everything. And then the second thing is, I've just got the car. Actually, it's not that old. I mean, 2 months, 3 months, I think. But I still can't get a hold of this car. I can't drive it well yet. One of the reasons is my ABS is not working totally, and my traction control is also off, totally off. So I'm driving it like you know, it's like a drag mode car, driving on a daily basis. I have no issues driving it slow, but just a bit of pedal. And in Saudi, where the roads is very what they call, it's not wet, but it's slippery and sandy enough to make you fishtail a lot. Yeah, I can't handle it now. It will take some time. I really want to test out the power, because I have an LS6 under the hood, but I can't. I need a really like big and safe road, because for the Challenger I already mastered right. I think I can even drive it without traction. There's no any issues. But for the Corvette, I'm still a bit afraid, because the ABS is not working, my tires is not that good. Yeah, that's it. So like a lot of people ask me, why Corvette C5? Okay, the thing is, I actually like C6, but upon, you know, it's the same story with Prelude and Skylines, meaning we all end up loving the 34. But you know, upon research, after a long journey, you will start to love 33 as well. And after another long journey, you will start to love the history and the 32, R32. So same as this. Earlier I was so into C6. At one stage, the overhype in TikTok and Instagram made me like, it's 50-50. I want to get the C6 or not. Then what I was afraid was, even in Malaysia when I was having a Skyline, overhype spoil it, man. Overhype spoil it. Why I'm telling this? Because overhyped, made the car prices super high. And what happens when the car gets super high, the parts also get scarce and very expensive. I mean, if you're just parking your car, you're taking of your car really well, you're not going for drifting, you're not going for racing, you're just owning a normal Corvette, driving normally, there's no any issues. But I'm not that kind of person. I like to drive aggressively. I love to project my car, and when we project and we drive aggressively and crazily, we are expected to have what they call stuff breaks, and maybe the worst is you can get into an accident, maybe minor, maybe major, when you're drifting or whatnot. But when that happens, you need parts. And we are building a project car, man. We are not building a millionaire car, so it will be stupid. You will spend more money into the project. So in US or the States or maybe Europe, I think Corvette is not such a big deal. I mean, it's a sports car, but not like a high level supercar or anything. You can get it for cheap, almost the price of an 240 SX or something like that. But in other parts of the country, like Asian countries or Middle East, Corvettes are super expensive, super duper expensive. Meaning, imagine I got this car. Meaning, if you are a foreigner like me, I'm an expat from Malaysia living in Saudi, right? So I can't take loans for cars. I need to buy cash. So when I do buy cars cash, this car is around, I bought it for like 50 plus, man. If you, however you convert it, is around 20 or 30,000 dollars. It's still expensive. In the States, I think you can get it for under 10 grand, I think, for this kind of condition. So how much? It's around 30,000, I think, if 10 grand in reals. So it's way more expensive outside of States, outside of US, outside of Europe. It's way expensive. And in Malaysia, it's way more expensive. It's 1 million ringgit. Can you imagine 1 million ringgit? Ringgit and real is almost the same. So you are buying the car around 300,000 or $400,000. I mean, what car you can get, man, with that price? A Lambo in US, or like a freaking supercar, right? So in Asian countries, Corvettes are considered like a supercar because of the price. I mean, like, if you are really rich, like royalty rich, then you can buy a Corvette. And in Asian countries like Japan, the most people, they don't know this. In like Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, we have what they call as road tax. So road tax is whereby when your displacement of your engine is higher, and you have to pay a high amount, a very costly amount every year. And if your displacement is low, you're going to pay just a little bit. So as an example, I'm telling you, you're gonna pay around 150 ringgits or 100 ringgit for 1.5 cc, and you're gonna pay around 900 or so for 2.5 cc. For 3.5 is around 4,000, and for 6.0 it's around 15,000 per year. So 15,000 per year in dollars is around 5,000, I think, $5,000 per year. So you're not gonna escape it. And the insurance is very high. I mean, the insurance for the Corvette in Malaysia is around 20 to 30,000 per year. So you're paying around, I think, 45 or 50,000 every year, meaning every year you can buy a new C5 in the States. So that's the cost of having a big engine car, a V8. That's the reason that you see that most Asian cars, they don't come up with V8 anymore. With V6 they come up with inline 4 and smaller displacement engines like 2.0. The most I think is 2.5 now. So why they are doing that? Because people can't afford it, man. People don't want to buy it if it's that high. You can get a Porsche, you can get a BMW M5 M3 with lower displacement and more HP, and you can save a lot. While you're having Corvettes or Viper, you're gonna die in Asian countries. So my plan for the Corvette is that I don't want to take it as a classic car like people in Saudi here or in Dubai. They take Corvettes as like a high value car, of course, because it's outside the States, like I told you. So people that have Corvettes even in Saudi is considered like rich guys. They know it's not easy to maintain because the parts are expensive here, and of course, you know, people who only have cash, they can buy them. They can't loan here for Corvettes, or you can buy it for cheap. And in every area you go, there's only like a few Corvettes. They are not much, so it's kind of rare in here in Saudi. So a lot of people in Saudi, they have a lot of money and their income is high, and then their king is very good with them. So they are making their cars like classic or vintage, like keeping it clean, keeping it stock, maintaining the interior, exterior and everything. But I'm not that kind of guy. I mean, I came from Malaysia. We project our car until the end, man. We change what we could. We will retrofit. You know, if the lights or anything we want to custom, we will custom it. We won't make it stock. And obviously one day I'm gonna go for LS3 in the Corvette. In here in Saudi Arabia, it costs around 25,000. How much is 25,000 in dollars? Around 10k, around 10k dollars. So and I'm going for a manual swap. It's automatic. It's stupid. Yeah, it's automatic. Earlier I thought it was okay. The speed actually was okay, but I can feel the laggy feeling. It feels like under power. Like if you're driving a Ford Fiesta EcoBoost, you can know that actually, because Ford Fiesta EcoBoost is kind of fast compared to eco cars, but you don't feel the speed. When you're driving, it feels like sluggish, like slow. But from outside, you can see that okay, the car is kind of fast. Okay, that's an okay speed for economical car. But in the car, you feel like you're driving a truck, man, a slow truck. So with the loud exhaust, it's making more slow. It feels more slower. So I got to change it to manual. If I change it to manual, I maybe do not need to change the exhaust because I can control the shifts. I wanna go fast. So for manual, it's around another 10 to 15,000, around 5,000 UK dollars. So how much? Total of 15,000. Again, a price of a C5 to put an LS3 and a manual gearbox. So why is the reason that's expensive? Maybe in the States there are a lot of manual C5 and a lot of LS3, and but I don't see people doing it much because I think they are doing their cars at home. If you are taking it in a garage, I think surely people will know how to handle cars. I mean, in Malaysia also, you can do some things in home, but you cannot do everything. You have to go to the garage. And when they do it, they will do it professionally without any problems. And I mean, maybe they have converted around 30 to 40 C5 to LS3, so it's like a normal job for them. So I have no worries in converting into LS3. It will be fun, but it's not now. Maybe next year, September or August. Pray me to do so. And I'm brainwashing my wife to take a C6 because we will sell the Challenger, but I don't see the practicality of having two cars with two seater. So I have a baby. and I'm planning to put the baby seat in the middle, so we will custom it. So it's kind of stupid to have two cars doing that, and no such practicality. So we will see how. If no, I'm going for the manual SRT Challenger 2014 or 13 like that. I do not like the new Hellcat. Sorry, I do not like the new Hellcat. I believe so that the old Challengers, they have more potential with the gearbox. The 5-speed gearbox or the 6-speed gearbox, they have more potential. And if you bolt on a turbo, they can do more. I mean, I have friends. I have two of my friends which have turbo in their car, and they make around 1400 horsepower. It's such a crazy power amount. So I love to do that compared to, you know, just buy a Hellcat and live with it. And it's still much more cheaper than buying a Hellcat, actually. That's what the worst thing is. Why? Challenger Hellcat here is around 150k in reals, so around 50,000 in dollars. And Challenger, in the other hand, SRT is around 50 to 60,000 reals. 50 to 30,000 is around what? I'm really bad at math. Around 18,000 or so. 18,000 or so, I think so. 18,000 or so, and we add another 10k reals. Turbo, done. A lot of guys do that here, so I take it as it is very easy. A lot of garage know to do that, so it's not a problem. In the car, this Corvette is not having a lot of progress. My mechanic is super busy. I'm really pissed off. Yeah, that's about it. I can't talk much. Now it's still cold in Riyadh. It's winter, but the sun is making me dizzy, so I don't want to talk a lot. And today is a failure of finding an exhaust. Hi guys, Bro Bosan here from Saudi Arabia. So guys, this is my Corvette, and yeah, upon sending to the workshop, my lights broke for some reason. Maybe stones or sand, I don't know. So it has an exhaust system. The paint is kind of dull. This is kind of off, and I need to realign it. I've already paid the mechanic, but it's super busy. If I'm not mistaken, I see a lot of Corvettes using this, and they are forged wheels, right? If I'm not mistaken. 06 man. I don't know why did the previous owner put that, but it's super ugly. Yeah, it's a base model with targa top. And this ugly frog headlights, man. A custom hood, and I need to change the front bumper again. This is kind of ugly, and maybe I have to redo it. So for these headlights, I'm not gonna do pop-up again because it will cost me around 5 to 6,000 reals, around $2,000 or so for the full parts. Haven't included the labor yet. So the cheapest option and the nearest option I'm gonna go for is, if you guys know Nicholas Harper, right? His C5, he just did the Street Reaper style. I mean, it's basically not his mold. He followed RX-7 headlights. I'm gonna try to do the same because I've checked the price of his lights, and the shipping cost it's gonna cost me around almost the same for the pop-up headlights project. So I'm gonna try to mold it using fiber. I mean, we are Asians, we are good at it. We are good at fabricating. I'm gonna try to do almost the same for around maybe 1,000 reals or much. And I have ideas actually for the rear. I'm gonna go Sharingan. If you guys see in the Asian community, they do custom taillights, like they can put Sharingan and they are twisting. So I'm gonna go for, and that will be a cheaper project. But the thing is, I will do that in Malaysia, and I have to bring that light to Saudi Arabia, because in Saudi people don't do that. They don't have that skill. I think only us Asian we do that. So pray for me, guys, and hope so it will be a very fine project. And the worst I'm gonna go is a wide body at the rear, because it's not nice. That's not nice.